Meduca y Ser TV presentan Conéctate con la Estrella.
Welcome to Conéctate con la Estrella and your English class. Yes, it's English time with Teacher Manny. Yeah. Welcome. I'm Teacher Manny. Today I'm very happy to be here with you. Yes, with you. And today we're going to have an interesting class. We're going to speak about Geerunds, we're going to speak about infinitive, and this is going to be an interesting class. Why? Because it's really important to understand how to use Geerunds and infinitive. And actually we use them every day. We use it more than what we think, and we need to use it appropriately. Before we start, I need to say hello. I need to greet my colleagues that participate with me in an abroad seminary. My colleagues from Grenada, from Ecuador, from Suriname, from Namibia, from Nigeria, from Seychelles, yes, from Brazil. Oh, yes, I need to say hello to all of them. I need to say hello to Jessica, and Raisa and the team. Yes, hello. Welcome to your English class. So today we're going to speak about Geerunds and infinity. And let's see what this is about. First of all, let's go to the objective of this class. And the objective of this class is to identify verbs that are followed by Geerunds and infinitive. By Geerunds and infinitive. So we're going to identify those verbs in order to understand how they work and so forth. So Geerunds, infinitive, what are them? Yes, what are them? Well, Geerunds are verbs. Okay? First of all, verbs. Verbs that end in ing. Yes, ing. So verbs that end in ing. So when you see a verb that ends in ing, most likely it's a gerund. But to be a gerund, it has to add another characteristic. Which one? It functions like a noun. Teacher Manny. It's a verb and it functions like a noun? Yes. And that because a lot of time verbs serve as nouns. So in this case, Geerunds are those verbs that finish in ing and also serve as a noun in the sentence. Right? So there are different moments, or there are different situations where you can say that it's a gerund. One of them are that gerund are placed or situated after a preposition and after first a verb. So if your gerund is after a preposition or after a first verb, most likely it is a gerund. Okay? So condition, it have to follow. What it have to follow? A preposition. What is? A first verb. Let's check an example. Let's check the example with preposition. I am very good at drawing. I am very good at drawing. So, we know that we have here a preposition, and that preposition is at, correct? So, after that preposition, we have our gerund, and we can confirm drawing is a verb finishing ing, okay? But we say it also functions as a noun. It really functions like a noun because right now it's in the predicate. I am, verb to be, very good. Adjective, adverb, preposition. So, drawing is not a verb right now? Are you trying to tell me, teacher Mannings, that at this moment, drawing is not a verb and it's a noun? Remember, nouns are name of people, places, things. And you say, I am very good at drawing. I think I still see it like a verb. Not you? I'm very good at drawing. The thing is, the rules say if it's after a preposition, it is a gerund. Let's check a second condition. It says that it's after a phrasal verb. And phrasal verb are those verbs that are combined. That means it's a verb with a conjunction. What verb is that? Giving up. Giving up. So giving was the verb. Then when we add up, it becomes a phrasal verb. So it says that the gerund is the verb that is after the phrasal verb. So we have Olivia giving up studying English. Olivia's giving up studying English. So at this point, by being behind or after the first verb, this becomes an gerund. Okay? So the gerund, yes, the gerund can also be the subject of the sentence. Can also be the subject of the sentence. You just check an example. Riding my bike is one of my favorite activities. Riding my bike is one of my favorite activities. Riding my bike is one of my favorite activities. The thing is that this was ride plus ing, riding. So there is our riding. Is our Okay? Good. Check on the second one now. Taking the bus to school is more convenient than driving in rush hour. So, gerund at the beginning of a sentence is being taken in consideration for gerund. Okay? Gerund, taking the bus to school is more convenient than driving in rush hour. Good. So, the next condition is that the gerund is located in the sentence after the verb. Well, after some verbs, not all, but some. Let's see which ones. Common verbs which take the gerund includes admit, avoid, deny, dislike, enjoy, feel like, finish, hat, keep, like, love, mind, miss, practice, prefer, recommend, spend, stop, suggest. So, actually, they want us to request. Okay? But ego will take care of it. So, let's check an example. I don't mind getting up early. I don't mind getting up early. I hate not being on time for things. I hate not being on time for things. Okay. So that means after admit, avoid, deny, dislike, enjoy, feel like, finish, hate, keep, like, love, mind, miss, practice, prefer, recommend, spend time, stop, suggest. Those are the verbs that work with the list of the teachers, of the people that decide to go to these places where now we have a new broomstick. Okay? Well, let's continue. Infinitive. So we already see gerund, and we know gerund finish ing. One, we know that they fix up themselves. So, after we finish with gerund, no check can say infinitive. They say use to before the verb. Use to before the verb. That means that we're going to get a sentence with the verb, and we're going to discover how we are using to. Good. So you say use to before the verb. Okay. So, Claudia does exercise to have more energy. Claudia does exercise to have more energy. Okay? Let's go back. Good. Let's get our marker, our super marker. Carry out those exercises to have more energy. Here is our infinity. And where's our gerund? Carry out those exercises to have more energy. In this start one, we don't have the gerund. Let's go to the next one. She's studying hard to pass all her tests. She's studying hard to pass all her tests. Notice that. She's studying hard to. Why is she studying? To pass all her tests. Good. Let's continue. Another condition of the gerunds or at the Korean. This recipe is very easy to make. This recipe is very easy to make. To make. Let's go to the next one. Be careful not to burn yourself when cooking. Be careful not to burn yourself when cooking. Great advice. Okay? But you notice that the twos are after an adjective. Easy. Okay? Great. Let's continue. The infinity to, T-O, the infinity to, not only it has verbs to match with it and so forth, and not have to go and get a new one. Okay, what verbs are those? Can, afford, agree, desire, expect, forget, help, hope, learn, need, pretend, promise, refuse, remember, seem, try, want, would like. More verbs take the infinitive than the gerund. What verbs are those? Afford, agree, promise, pretend, need, learn, hope, help, forget, expect, and decide. Then we have refuse. Sadly, we don't have it in gerund. Decide, expect, forget, help, hope, learn, need, pretend, promise, refuse. Okay. So, more verbs take the infinitive than the gerund. More verbs take the infinitive than the gerund. For example, I can't afford to buy a new phone now. I can't afford to buy a new phone now. I can't afford to buy a new phone now. Okay. Let's continue. So, there's another condition for it. To, the infinitive, the verb, plus the person, plus the infinitive with to. So, we have I want you to do the snow. Next, the teacher told him not to run. The teacher told him not to run. But this "to" is behind this. Let's see what happens. Can you ask Olivia to come? Can you ask Olivia to come? Okay. Let's continue. Common verbs that can take the infinitive or gerund with no difference. Wow. Common verb that can take the infinitive or gerund with no difference in meaning. That means we change it to the minds, but we don't reach to the point. Let's go to the example. Okay? It says, what verbs are those that you can use with the gerund or infinitive, but it do not reflect on the paperwork? So we have start. I started to rain. It started to rain. Beginning level. I began to take talking classes in 2015. Continue. We continue talking to talk. Let's continue. Common verbs that can take the infinitive or gerund, but then the meaning is different. So it says stop, try, remember, and forge. I've stopped walking the bus. Don't take it anymore. I've stopped taking the bus. Stop to take the bus. Let's see. Oh, because here it says that when you make the change to gerund or infinitive, the taste changes. But when it's to go, it's new brand. So let's go to the next one. Remember calling her. Having a memory of her calling her. Remember to call her. Didn't forget to call her. Okay, let's continue. Ooh. And they say that we have done. So, what do you think about this class of gerund and infinitive? It's really interesting because we know that gerunds finish in ing. We know that it's follow a first verb, or it also follow we have that it follow a first verb. Let's go back and check just to refresh. It also follow an adjective. It follow a preposition. So gerund follow preposition, follow a first verb. Then we have that when that verb is in the subject, most likely it's a gerund. So we have riding my bike is one of my favorite activities. Riding is good. So then we have taking the bus to the school is more convenient than driving in rush hour. Yes, that is correct. But when we our car, we can do additional things in. Good. So we also say that it was they are after some verbs. Which verbs? Which ones? Which one gerund are normally after? Admit, avoid, deny, dislike, enjoy, feel, like, finish, hate, keep, like, love, mind, miss, practice. So we could say John is watching the game. And our gerund will be watching. But we know that if we have this verb, it's going to include a gerund. So we could say Luisa admit taking the pizza. Because when we have all of these verbs, we have a gerund after. Never forget, never forget. Then we went into the infinity, and we say infinity could be recognized by to, T-O, to. When we see this, it's because it was checked. So Claudia does exercise to have more energy. Another reason why we use infinity is because normally when we're going to try to use what we have, especially if it's going to expire. So that's the reason why we say have to. Those exercise have more energy. She's studying hard to pass all the tests. She's studying hard to pass all her tests in order to try to get a scholarship. Okay? Good. We also say that these gerund and infinity follow an adjective. This recipe is very easy to make. Be careful not to burn yourself when cooking. Okay, good. We also say that we could use to when one of these verbs don't supposed to be there. Okay, which one? Afford, agree, decide, expert, could forget, help, hope, learn, need, pretend, promise, refuse, remember, seem, try, want, would, like. More verbs take the infinitive than the gerunds. Okay? Good. So we have our kind of structure. We have our subject, verb, always with him. So this answer is, I want you to do this now. Okay. The teacher told him not to run. He did not listen, so he's bleeding now. The teacher told him not to run. Can you ask Olivia to come? Can you ask Olivia to come? I was looking for this. Okay? Good. Let's continue. Common verb that can take the infinitive or gerund with no difference in meaning. Like, we get a coin, 2 different countries, but since we're going to collect it, it's no big deal. So, common verb that can take the infinitive or gerund with no different meaning. Start. I started to rain. Raining. Start. It started to rain. Begin. The infinitive of or gerund with no difference in meaning. I began to taking classes 2015. We continue talking to talk. We continue talking to talk. Okay? So we have here something that I would call like stop and try me. Okay, let's continue. And we have done. Yes, we are finished for today. But stay with us that we will be back again every week. Remember, air. And let's continue practicing, okay? Remember, practice, 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 make perfection. So, this is Teacher Manny, and it's time to say bye. It's time to say see you later, Ali Gators.